welcome back to my Yin Yoga for the Lunar New Year special series. So these are going to be shorter videos introducing you to Yin Yoga, learning a little bit more about the major meridians that we target in Yin Yoga. And so today's practice is Yoga for Wisdom. We're really focusing on targeting our kidneys and urinary bladder meridian, which is emotionally connected to wisdom as well as fear. So for today's practice, we're going to be working on back bends in order to really get at and access these meridians, or you can also think of them as energetic channels. So today's practice, if you have two bolsters, two blocks and a bolster or a long pillow, you can get them on your mat. So I don't know, I'm getting all giggly, but but if you have the two blocks, let's place them in a T shape, okay? So capital T, you're gonna take the first block and place it widthwise, then you're gonna place the second block and just place it long, okay? So what we're gonna go after is we're gonna be lying on top of these blocks. So ideally we want the long block resting in the middle of our back, and then the top block right underneath the back of our head, okay? So get yourself adjusted here. You might need to move around, but ideally you want to feel an elevation in the back, in the spine, getting right into that back bend. And you want to have the first block, the top block, right underneath the back of your head. Yeah, there we go. So you want to feel stable here, and with your legs, you can keep them nice and long, or if you'd like to come with me and participate in a hip opener, bend the knees out to the side and place the soles of the feet together. Okay, and if you're watching this video and you do have lotus pose in your practice, you can take lotus pose, all right? Let your arms fall down by your sides. And because this is a quick practice here, we're gonna try to multitask and do a little bit of grounding in this first asana, all right? So breathing in through your nose. Feel the chest expand, and as you exhale, feeling the block. Inhale, feeling yourself lift up. And on the exhale, sinking back. In a book that I read last year around traditional Chinese medicine, there was a beautiful quote about wisdom and how our relationship to wisdom is really our relationship to the unknown. Right? How can we accept, deal with, work with the unknown? And I thought that was quite poignant, right? Because wisdom isn't knowledge, right? Wisdom is knowing that we don't know. And so how do we face that, right? With balance, with peace, with acceptance. This physical limb of yoga is so powerful, right? What we learn is embodied in this mat, and we can learn to take it off the mat. So if there are any poses that are unknown to you, are new to you, notice what comes up for you when that happens. No judgment here, simply observation and learning. So continue to breathe. And exhale out. On your next breath, let's press yourself up by digging the elbows in towards the mat and coming up onto your palms. All right, you can straighten the legs, come onto your hands and knees and move the blocks off to the side now. Place them off your mat. Okay, and hands and knees, slowly begin to slide your bum back towards your heels, arms straight in front of you for just a second here. And then on your next inhale, let's slide ourselves, slide the palms closer towards us. Our hands are right underneath the shoulders, okay? Now, keeping our hips high, slide the palms out forward in front of you again and keep the bum lifted. Keep the bum lifted, just lower the chest to whatever degree you'd like. If the chest is touching the floor, you are here. Keep the stomach up, keep the bum up, coming into Anahatasana, coming into melting heart. And if you need to readjust yourself, just get yourself comfortable. We'll be here for the next few minutes. All right, on your next inhale, lift the chin, lift your gaze, and slide the palms in towards you. Okay, good. Let's sit back onto our bum. All right. Stretch the legs out long, however wide you'd like. So stretch them wide, stretch them long. We're gonna take the blocks actually. Place them on either side of the right leg to start. Inhale, circle the arms up, and as you exhale, twist from your core over to the right, and exhale, plant the palms down on top of the blocks. All right. From here, you can place the right elbow on the block. You can choose to place it on either block, okay? Whatever feels better for you. Okay, and once you're here, cup the side of your head with the right palm. You can place the left hand on the left hip. With the left hand on the left hip, just bring that left shoulder back. Okay, you can also wrap the left forearm around the low back. You can also lift the left arm up overhead and exhale, bend the left elbow and place the left hand on the back of your head. Okay, so depending on how your shoulders feel, there is no right or wrong way. There's just different variations to try. And in fact, it's good to try all of them, right? But what we're really getting at here is opening up the shoulders, giving ourselves a little bit of a side stretch here, and breathing in and out always. Try not to activate anything, meaning you don't need to do anything with your toes, you don't need to do anything with your legs. Nothing needs to be tight or contracted here. Even your belly, just let it go. Creating space for yourself to simply be here, right? Be here now. Moving away from this idea of a performance. Instead, moving towards exploration and play. Moving towards intuitive power. Because that is a form of wisdom. Wisdom is knowing that we have relationships to the rational side of our brains as well as the more intuitive, psychic parts of our brain, parts of the body. On your next breath, slowly begin to bring the left palm onto the left thigh. Release the head and come to sit upright. You might want to do a little bit of a counter twist here. So what I like to do is tap my fingers to the front and back of me, twist over, look over to the right, and then do the same by twisting over to the left. Okay? Let's take the blocks and move them over to the left leg. All right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist from the core, face the left leg, and then plant the left and right palms on the block. All right. Bend the left elbow and choose, perhaps you want it on this block or the block behind you. No right or wrong answer here. Once you find a block that feels good for the elbow, rest the side of your head in the left palm. And again, you can place the right hand on the right hip, draw the right shoulder back. You can also wrap the right forearm on the low back. You can also inhale, lift the right arm up, bend the right elbow, and grab onto the side of your head. On your next inhale, you can place the right hand on the right thigh and slowly lift the head from the left palm and bring yourself to sit upright. All right. Again, do a little bit of a counter twist here. So tent the fingers to the front and back of you. Look over to the right. Maybe look over to the left. All right. Lean back and then bend your knees so that the soles of the feet touch. Now, you can bring the heels closer towards your groin if you'd like. If your knees come up a little bit high, you can always place the blocks right underneath you, okay? You can also choose to move the feet further away from your groin. As long as your knees feel pretty comfortable here, because we are gonna be in this butterfly Baddha Konasana for a while. So grab the toesies with your hands. Inhale, lift the heart. And as you exhale, you can begin to bow. I like to bend my elbows out to the side here. And simply place the forehead on the ground. And if there's a lot of space between your forehead and the floor, you can also place one of your blocks. If you're not already using them for your knees, you can also perhaps grab your pillow or your bolster as well. You can also stay upright as well, one more option. You don't need to fold forward if you don't want. As this is our final asana for our Yin Yoga practice today, I want us to collectively offer our sense of gratitude towards our body, gratitude towards all the changes in our life, gratitude for our practice, whatever it is that we can always return to help us learn, to help us be a little bit better each day. On your next inhale, slowly look forward in front of you if you're down here. Grab onto the outsides of your knees, close your legs, maybe give yourself a little bit of a shake here. All right, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again. Bye for now.